Ali Warble Garble Garble says, what? Waptech, you're really a moron, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm going to repeat this again, so this is crystal flaming shit clear. You showed up on my video channel and another, commenting on a video that did not mention you, promoting your channel for whatever reason. And I posted a video explaining why you're not really a credible source, in my opinion, and I backed it up with what little I could find on you, because you're deliberately making sure you're obscure. And then, of course, claiming the exact opposite, because there's nothing like telling people that, you know, the sky is purple or whatever. People running everywhere. If you had just half a brain, if I can ever get you to sign a contract that says I get to literally put you into a taser box, if you're wrong about this, I'll let you look at the x-rays in my head. He's the first one who got close. Maybe I have more than half a brain. Anyway, you would know that you can't get a patent on something you're paid by the military to develop. Counterpoint, your name isn't on any of the patents. That's your excuse for it? I have a brother with his name on a patent for something the military has. Your name is on the patent because you were part of the patent process. Unless you signed it away, you can request, even if you're in the military, unless you are an enlisted person, I'm sure you're going to claim something like that, who just gave a simple idea, or it wasn't worth noting, you'll be listed on the people who are applying for the patent. You can also just simply show which patent it was and claim you were in it, but you were redacted. At least the people who lie badly do that. Next, I've got to point this out. You refuse to give the patent numbers anywhere I can find. The first thing I do on a resume is I put up what I've patented. I have patented a few things, but they're not worth me noting, and I'm not making any claims about them. If it's worth claiming, it's worth citing. Cite your freaking source. It's their technology, not mine. Again, you can be on the patent listing. You're refusing to corroborate it by even showing the patent. If something's patent, the whole point of a patent is that you openly publish that you've patented it. This idea, oh, it's a secret patent. No, that's by definition not a patent. That's called a military secret. If you want to claim that, that's fine, but what the hell was it? And I love this. This guy's now padding his resume with her heroism and stuff, which is fine. The trouble is, this is a mundane thing to claim that you should be able to prove the next few things. You should learn federal law before you try to make claims about it. Link below in the description to the federal law, quoted in plain English, and then cite it. And then you can go look up the citation, look up all the if, for, what, nows. I have actually more than one relative that has a name on a patent somewhere. No, I'm not going to provide proof because I don't want you to go harass my relatives. You're part of that group. It's never going to happen. It will never happen. But let's just say the F-15 or whichever, I get the planes mixed up, people get to have a very interesting thing. Yeah, go through all the patents if you can find about it, and you'll find somebody who might have a name that might be mine or similar. Might want to look up who patented it. Next. Oh, and I'll be happy to debate anyone with 5,000 hours of research in the subject to be debated. Okay, you're explaining your ideas to people who do not know what you're talking about and listen to the words and glaze over, and they have a definite motivation to ignore facts. I provide a refutation that consists of shooting it down with the easiest method known to man. You're refusing to corroborate yourself. Your argument's invalid. I don't have to have 5,000 hours of research in that subject. I have over 5,000 hours in research of the subject of researching people and confirming they're full of it. I win, you lose, because you're an amateur in this. That's why you're commenting. You're upset because I had an effect. Otherwise, you wouldn't have talked to me. I haven't commented on any of your videos. Most of them are train things. You're a foamer. You're not backing up anything. Oh, and let's get to the video he's going to mention in a minute. This is hilarious. And you checked before, didn't you? You knew that you were going to. It's not my fault. Of course it is. I'm not wasting my time with your friends. As a matter of fact, you are. You're expending an ass ton of time on that. You're full of it. Next. As you can very well see and know that I have had interviews with John Casey and such Yanovik. You mean two other people that are disreputable, two other people that have done things that are giant red flags because of what they did, that I consider them disreputable, but because they did things that are unnecessary. They padded their persona with really easily confirmed things that are just kind of mundane that they won't confirm, and got caught using false addresses and stuff. Now, I'm not much better. I'm a homeless person. I use a coffee shop because I don't have to pay for a modem that a company says I lost for the next 10 years because they jack up the value to $1,000, and I don't have to worry about being found by asshats, and that really makes them mad. I don't have a paper trail. You can't find me. I can neener all I want, and I don't neener very often. You're special. Next. I love it when you neener. So anyway, who have you ever interviewed with a PhD? You'll never find the recording, but Claudia Abers. I've interviewed. Yeah, I'm claiming that. Your task is to prove I didn't. It was a really short interview. Fuck you. But that's an interview. I've interviewed several PhDs. There's a bunch of them in my family. I have interviewed PhDs. You don't know what you're talking about. And you're saying you debate PhDs, but you won't say who they are. You refuse to corroborate your sources and data. Links below in the description with facts. Just the fax machine. You also said that you read my LinkedIn page. I tried to, but LinkedIn doesn't want people to read things because that's where everybody posts their self-published assertions, and they know that people will archive that, and I did archive it, and I only got the little itty-bitty blurb. Your job is to provide the citations for your corroborations for your machinations, not me. But now that we've gone there, you didn't look at some of my contacts. I dug in and sent messages to them and asked them to confirm things. The trouble is some of your contacts just lead back to pages or businesses that you have control over, or entities on the net. You're not corroborating jack. I did send your information and claims to the NSA, the Department of Homeland Security, and everybody else I can know that will give me a response as fast as possible, which means never. But hey, they're going to check you. Stolen valor works in some ways, you know. And it's been archived. And some of my references. I tried corroborating your references. They aren't corroboratable. You won't post them openly. You put them behind a wall. Anybody with a LinkedIn page, you go ahead and look it up. I'll include a link to it. You can corroborate it. I'm not setting up a LinkedIn page ever again. You have to be a LinkedIn member to look at it. And now we go with the expository hamster dance. You will see just who I know and work with. No, we didn't. Most of your virtually everything you posted is padding your resume by pointing to yourself. It's the internet sock puppet echo chamber loop-to-loop thing. That's a giant red flag. I don't have to go any further. Get rid of those. Stop posting those. Post a simple stack. I did look at your patents though, but anyway, here we go. You see, I can afford internet at my house and on my yacht. And I own a satellite hookup that I can use. I just don't use it because I don't need to, because it's a power outlet, coffee, and high-speed internet. But I can jack a satellite. No, I don't use it as an internet connection. I jack satellites. That's what I got paid to do at one time. But you know what? There's this whole going to federal prison thing, so I'm not running that. I can do all sorts of things. But I don't have to because it's a $2 cup of coffee. You're paying through the nose and out the ass. I don't have those orifices available for that. Next. Do you know why that is? Because I'm a real person with a real job and a real life. But everything about you is falsified, so I don't think this is going to go anywhere. But this is my assertion. Post below this video actually your entire content from your LinkedIn page. Then I'm going to archive it. And then I'm going to actually contact every single thing you cite. And I'm going to ask them to go on record on an audio recording stating for a fact you did what you said you did. And I'm going to corroborate it by having someone show up at the physical building and confirm it's not a frickin' P.O. box like it was for, what's his name again? Yeah, John Casey. Casey doesn't like me. pretty impressive credentials for people who say they worked at the Pentagon, contacting some random homeless schmuck and telling him he's a homeless schmuck. You have to go to a free internet cafe, which is untraceable, because it is. Google makes it untraceable for some reason, so I take advantage of it. Just to get online to make your smear videos. Most of my videos are informational videos. You're only complaining about the one or two I ever gave a damn about you. And you came to my channel going poke, 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 trying to get my attention, so I talk about you. And it's really obvious. And it's archived. And there's no reason to listen to your BS. You just do this because you're not good at anything except bad-mouthing other people. You're just negative. I'm pointing out that you refuse to corroborate your statements and make it clear and obvious and get it out of the way. You want to leave this dangling participle hanging in front of her nose like a carrot. That's a really weird mixed metaphor. I had fun making that. I'm a real person. I have a real job and a real life. You're not good at anything. And then you spend your time. Why is it that you don't mention that I was a Marvel on the show Modern Marvels? The video you link to says this video is blocked in your country on copyright grounds by A&E. And also, why don't you just tell us what it was in it? Transcript. Which episode? So I can go look it up and actually watch it on the A&E site. A little convenient that it's blocked here. Why is it blocked in the United States? Why? You can get hi there, Annie. I'm in this video. Can I use this section on my website to confirm I was on the show? You can use screen grabs. You can include just the audio, munged partially. This is stuff that filthy, messed up persons like me can do. Can't you do as good as I can? Why don't I mention that he was one of the lead rescuers at the Pentagon? Okay, lots of people helped out at the Pentagon. It did not actually require for some of the activities for repairing the Pentagon after 9/11. I'm sure that's what you're referring to. You weren't just somebody there building the building and just an ordinary worker, were you? You're saying that you were a lead rescue worker. Okay, link below in the description, a search on Google through images that you can switch back to normal, looking for his name and lead search and Pentagon, and just Pentagon, and then the assertion. There are hours and hours of video proof of that. Those things are clearly documented. And we get crickets. Okay, let's start with the next one. Fact is, I'm everything that I claim to be and more. I'm sure it'll inflate later. But you won't tell anyone anything positive that you find. Only made-up BS. Yes, I'm only explaining the made-up BS you posted because you won't corroborate it. You won't. This is incredibly trivial. I really have no real past to bring up that's pertinent. I could put up something, but that would mostly lead to somebody doxing me, finding me, or hurting me. Not going to do it. Try to tell the truth for once rather than spreading your line of lies. Anyone with an IQ over 50 can find the patents I have, and I have my name on them. Really? Yeah, I did a patent search. It was linked below in the previous video you're talking about. You can't tell the truth. One U.S. patent application filed, issued 2011, reciprocating ball sports trainer apparatus for physical training, and also a device for hand-eye coordination and a backup handcuff key. Sounds like an S&M shop opening up. Where are your patented patents concerning the things you're claiming? And do you talk about the reciprocating baller? Federal law provides that all rights to inventions created by civilian or military federal employees belong to the government if the invention was made during working hours or made with government resources or the help of government employees on official duty or directly related to the inventor's official duty or made because of those duties. If the government doesn't plan on using it, it falls to the person who did it originally. But they include your damn name, and if you're not going to be on the name, at least point to the patent. Okay? This is not a hard request. I'm asking you to corroborate your damn statements. Do it, or be assumed to not be able to do it. You provide the links, I'll go look through them, and I'll actually post an apology on anything that I got wrong.